Good afternoon from the W0MET studios. Got some late breaking information late this afternoon involving another business that is all very involved in the amateur radio community and has been for a number of years. It's been a great service that's been provided to the ham radio community and is shared by many. And I want to bring this up on the screen for you. And that's the HamShack Hotline. I've got one behind me here that I've been using for a number of years, and it's been a great service. I've used it on some bridges, phone calls, things like that. And it's been really a useful tool to have around. So the HamShack Hotline public announcement, a fond farewell to our valued HamShack Hotline community. It is with a heavy heart that we announce the sunset of the HamShack Hotline project effective August 29th, 2025. What began in 2018 as a simple idea in the humble closet of K1WIZ quickly grew into something that none of us could have imagined, an expansive global communication network built for and by amateur radio operators. From those early beginnings, HamShack Hotline evolved into a robust voice over IP system supported by multiple servers around the world and over 7,000 interconnections at its peak. This incredible journey was made possible by the generosity of donors worldwide and the tireless commitment of the HamShack Hotline team. They volunteered their expertise and time to support and grew the network. However, with success came scale, and with scale came increasing demands as the network grew. So did the workload on our small team. Balancing this effort with our responsibilities to family, careers, and life outside the shack became increasingly challenging. We've always taken great pride in the reliability and service standards of HamShack Hotline. However, we recognize that we no longer maintain those standards at the level of our users deserve. So after much thoughtful discussion and consideration, they have decided to terminate and end the support for HamShack Hotline. And whatever funds might be left will be donated to a veterans charity organization, which is very cool. I think that's a great idea. And from the bottom of our hearts, we thank everyone for being a part of HamShack Hotline. So this leads me to now think about what are we going to do for an alternative for having voice over IP in our ham shacks that we've used for many different conferences and phone calls over the years. Even people like Eridan, who are connected, will use it. And so I found two other alternative services that might be of interest to you. The first one, this page can be a little sluggish and when you're loading it up, but Amateur Wire, never heard of them before, not really familiar with them, but it looks like they've got some opportunities that you can have other services such as your email address on their domain, things like that. I don't know what type of volunteer or donation or cost is involved with any of this one on Amateur Wire, but voice over IP service for amateur radio operators, that might be a good possibility. Looks like they do keep things up to date. They've got some service announcements as of June 1st, 2025. So the website's kind of kept up to date, I think. But I think the one most of us probably know more so is Hams over IP. And this is probably where I'll be moving my services over to. One of the things I question though is whether, my Cisco phone can apply to the same system here for Hams over IP, or do they require a different type of phone? Quite often we've had a lot of those Cisco 504s or 525s, and some people even use a Polycom phone. So I'm not really sure what we're going to be able to use for a phone here. I did put an email into them earlier today, trying to find some information back on what phones are compatible with their system. Most phones should be. It's just whether how you have to go in and configure the back end of it, because all they really probably need is the MAC address. And once it hits the network on their server, it'll probably pull up and work. But, just checking to see what's compatible, if that's going to be something that might work for me or not. And so that's kind of, that's where I'm going to go. I might join the Discord server too, just to get maybe some more information there. Might have some information in there that I might be able to find out more about what phones are compatible as well. So I just haven't done that yet, but I wanted to bring this to you. We've got about a month and a half here roughly to get this figured out and get your services moved over. So I'm sure they're going to get a flood of requests. So probably the earlier you put your request in to get your phone moved over, if you're going to continue with a voice over IP phone, or if you don't have one, maybe you'll look at getting one. But I want to be able to bring this to you and at least let you know a little bit more about this, so you're not caught by surprise when your phone goes dead on August 29th and there's no longer services being provided. That's all I've got for now. Thank you. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and we'll talk to you again next time. 73. W0 MET.